Hey, it's that damn Micheal C. Marsh. Today at 2 o'clock, we will still be in front of the Indian River County Courthouse, releasing the medical examiner's report. But my question is, I would love to see my local NAACP chapter at today's press conference. So paging President Tony Brown, if you're not too busy, sir, come on down and come listen to the real facts, because usually President Brown does not like to rush to make any judgment. So, Mr. Brown, I got the facts for you today, sir. And we cordially invite the entire NAACP chapter. After all, I am a member. So I hope to see my president, Tony Brown, today. But hey, I would love to see Tony Brown's wife or son, because I really don't want to see Tony Brown. But I tell you, you won't see him, and he also doesn't have any comment. Damn, how come he doesn't like to talk to the media in the last couple weeks or so? You know, it's a little weird. Everybody's getting so quiet in Indian River County all of a sudden, ain't they? Well, damn, what y'all doing? The sheriff's quiet. Tony Brown's quiet. Nobody wants to talk. Well, damn it, today I'm going to talk. Because guess what? You know who should be leading these rallies? You know who should be standing in solidarity with Miss Yolanda? That damn Tony Brown. But, I mean, after all, the NAACP was put in place for times like this. To push for transparency, to ask for accountability, to make sure there is accessibility. But hey, what do I know? I mean, I did go to school for political science, and I studied Dr. King and Malcolm X very closely. But you know, all I'm doing is creating turmoil for Gifford. That damn Brownie. He's such a funny little guy, ain't he? But anyways, today at 2 p.m. we will still be in front of the Indian River County Courthouse. Bring an umbrella, bring a poncho, because no matter what, nothing will stop me from exposing once again your lying sheriff. And we're going to teach the sheriff how to count today, because apparently his math is 1 + 7 divided by 2 times it by 3, and he just makes up a magical number when people get shot by the hands of his goons. So, tell a friend, come on out. It's going to be peaceful, but I damn sure going to get the point across. 2 p.m., baby. 2 p.m. Hopefully, Major Flowers is available today to answer some questions, because I'm getting ready to release a lot of new facts and evidence in black and white that is going to completely show that what the sheriff said on March 19th was a complete lie. Complete lie. The youngest coffee, AJ, has already been convicted in the media, thanks to what the lying sheriff has already put out for the media. But today, I'm going to make sure the media gets the real narrative, the true story on what happened on that morning. That is my service to Indian River County. So, I would love to see law enforcement come out today and stand in solidarity, but for some odd reason, law enforcement across the nation never stands in solidarity with any family who gets gunned down by a law enforcement officer. That needs to change. I 100% respect and appreciate law enforcement, but when are we going to actually create that partnership that so many of their mission statements say, partnering with the community? It's time that the good ones speak up against the bad ones. Because as Dr. King pointed out years ago, silence is violence. You're just as bad as the one that's doing the beating when you sit there and don't speak up against the beating. So 2 p.m. today, I invite all law enforcement to come on out, especially my favorite agency. Listen, I even got y'all colors on almost. The Indian River County Sheriff's Office. Shouts out to the future Under Sheriff Milo Thornton if he's watching. Captain Thornton, you're my favorite captain, sir. Shouts out to Internal Affairs. They don't do shit, but just sit there and make up laws as they go. Shouts out to the baddest detective in the whole damn town, Detective Leroy Smith. Shouts out to him. Shouts out to my favorite sergeant from Internal Affairs, Sergeant Joseph Abalo, who is still working getting the Alteria Woods case put together. Take your time, sir. The grand jury has already convened. After all, we know y'all not going to find any policy violations by anyone. So, you know. Which that leads me to a question. How do we still have an internal affairs investigation open on policy and procedures on these deputies by the Indian River County Sheriff's Office, but the case already went in front of the grand jury? Things that make you say, But what do I know? Because after all, I'm just a known criminal, according to Indian River County Sheriff's Office. Damn, Sergeant Abalo. To this day, that still hurts my feelings, sir. But it's okay, because one day, in a court of law, you can explain to a jury why you decided to slander my name. Because you know, if you work at the Sheriff's Office, you shouldn't befriend Micheal Marsh. They force you to resign when you do that. So anyways, tune in, because soon, in Corruption of Indian River County, you're going to see more beautiful dash cam videos that I know my sheriff enjoys when I post. Because one thing you can't refute is video, black and white, and their own audio. So, you don't want to get body cameras? That's okay, because I'm going to keep pulling your dash cam footage and show my community what really takes place by your goons at the Indian River County Sheriff's Office. Listen, those are some beautiful Dodge Chargers that y'all just bought. 21 new Dodge Chargers the sheriff has purchased for his agency. Damn. But the Vero Beach Police Department is driving around in their old Crown Vics or cars that need dash cams and everything. They're so conservative at the police department. Shouts out to the Vero Beach Police Department for doing such a great job. Y'all remember the last time the Vero Beach Police Department or Sebastian Police Department has been sued for excessive force? Nope. Neither do I, because they haven't. Damn. But what about my sheriff's office, man? $1.4 million has been spent. Not to mention the cases that are getting ready to settle in federal court. It's time that we go to Johns Island and let the fine rich folks over there know what takes place in Gifford and the greater Vero Beach. Because it's one thing I do know. Those fine folks on Johns Island, they do care how their tax-paying dollars are being wasted. You know, machine guns for booking. That's what, your sheriff. It's time that we change the legislature. The Board of County Commissioners should be looking into every dollar spent by these constitutional officers. Not just approving a budget just because the dollar amount is where they want them to be. That is a problem. No one scratches their head. Sure, Sheriff, you want $40-something million? Machine guns for booking? Cool, sounds great. Why don't you get 5 of them? The sheriff can literally purchase anything and everything he wants. He can get a goddamn clown to stand outside an administration building with a body cam on it for $15,000, and the Board of County Commissioners would just be like, cool, no problem. Here you go, Sheriff. Have fun. If you really think that $600,000 that the sheriff really cared about, he didn't give a damn. He knew what was going to get approved. Everyone's getting raises at the sheriff's office. Am I missing something? I mean, everyone's getting promoted, getting more stripes, more bars, new titles. Damn, y'all just got so much money to spend over at the sheriff's office. I look forward to the 2020 race of who's running for sheriff. Shouts out to Major Eric Flowers. That's my favorite major. Maybe one day, maybe when Eric Flowers becomes sheriff, he'll email me back. I tune in every week religiously, Eric Flowers, to your Cops radio show. I think it's awesome, but you know something? It can even be more awesome if you would just bring me on and have a good conversation about these body cameras, Major Flowers, because a lot of people would like to see your deputies wearing cameras. And since you're going to be the future sheriff one day, Eric Flowers, you know, maybe we can work on that now. Just maybe. Oh, today's Pee-wee word of the day is maybe. The next time you hear Major Flowers say maybe, let's all do the Pee-wee dance. Because that's what my major said to me when I wanted to speak about body cameras. When I saw him at the COPE meeting. Speaking of the COPE meeting, oh, September's right around the corner. Will my sheriff be there? Tune in September as I go live. Oh, but not in Tony Brown's house. Damn, I didn't know the community center, that little building was Tony Brown's building. I missed that. Damn, not in Tony Brown's house. I hate to break this down to you there, Brownie. It ain't your house. And it's going to be some changes going on in Gifford. The people are sick and tired of having to be sick and tired. So don't worry. Yours truly is going to be working very hard as I campaign to be your NAACP president. Yeah. I know it sounds funny. But you know something? You remember the last time Brown protested at the sheriff's office for any type of injustice? Y'all remember that? You can't remember it because it ain't never happened. Damn, NAACP. What have you done for the community lately? But hey, you know, at the end of the day, don't jump back on the bandwagon of team success when these lawsuits start getting paid out. And I will make sure every lawsuit that commences, that damn Micheal Marsh lets the community know of more tax-paying dollars being spent on lawsuits, and corruption of Indian River County. There's going to be some fine videos coming soon because I have to make sure that I differentiate the activists from the advocate because I don't want to get in trouble. So I'm going to be on my best behavior. But shouts out to the good agencies, the good boys in blue, the transparent chiefs, Chief Curry, Chief Morris. Because at the end of the day, me as an activist, I have the same goal as these top cops do. I want transparency, accountability, and accessibility. So why doesn't the leader of your sheriff's department want the same thing as Micheal Marsh? So today, 2 p.m., be there. If you can't be there, share it, watch, because I can promise you I will deliver the true narrative that took place on March 19th. I will completely destroy your sheriff's human shield theory, her being pregnant, as well as comments that Coffee allegedly made to the goons from the Indian River County Sheriff's Office. So 2 p.m. today, I will see you then. And until next time, Facebook, it's I am, you are, we are. It's team success, baby. They don't like me, but I ain't friendly. I'm from the 561, baby. Just happened to get lost and left in the 772. October, we will keep the beat alive in Palm Beach County. Soon come. Soon come.
So, today's not only about justice for Alteria, it's also freedom for Andrew Coffey IV. There's one thing that me and the sheriff can agree on when it comes to March 19th. It was a sad day in Indian River County. However, everything else was not truthful that morning. If you can recall, the first thing we heard when it came to Andrew Coffey IV's AJ, he was a coward. Let me focus on that for a minute. A career criminal who said he was going to finish what his grandfather started. Well, that's easy if he said it. All we had to do is the deputy who pulled over AJ, his dash cam, his attachment, you would have heard that. That's easy, right? But you know what was told to the grand jury? Deputy Dean, was your dash camera turned on when you stopped Andrew Coffey to Ford? No, it wasn't. Policies are not being adhered to, and we're supposed to listen to a sheriff when his own deputies, that's why they don't want body cameras, they can't even turn on their dash camera. Even shield. That was the first thing we were told, that we were fed. But isn't it odd when you go through AJ's discovery, all the deputies, all the law enforcement officers who would have seen this first account, not one said human shield. You don't gotta take my word for it. I'm gonna make sure you get the full discovery. Transparency. Isn't that what we expect from our local leaders, from our constitutional officers? We want transparency, accountability, accessibility. Let me tell you how your sheriff failed you on March 19th. The SWAT team members, did you hear the announcement? Sheriff's Department, Sheriff's Department. I don't know. These are not statements coming from anyone that was in that house. This is from the law enforcement officers, the SWAT team that conducted this so-called drug raid. But it's funny that they had a search warrant for arrest warrant for Coffey III, but they came in contact with Coffey. So why not take him into custody? You know where that report is? Doesn't exist. They don't like to document the River County Sheriff's Office. They want an entry into that house. Because we're on Operation Safe Streets. How safe do you feel, Gifford? Indian River County. 11 days later, everyone went back to work. Business as usual for the Sheriff's Department. Then it was fed to the media. AJ was tipped off. Andrew Coffey IV was tipped off. You know, it's funny because the confidential informant stated Andrew Coffey III was tipped off. But not enough time to do anything. He stuck his head out and they were right there. You see, we have convicted Andrew Coffey IV in the media immediately because of what your sheriff has fed them. So I'm here today to give them the truth. Now let's shift over to Alteria for a second. By all accounts, even by the sheriff, Alteria was the victim. They knew Alteria was in their house that morning. How would I know that? Well, let's release what has not been released before. The David Law. Would you look at this? What is this? The Driver and Vehicle Identification Database. Anytime a law enforcement officer moves your personal information, it gets looked up. They're allowed to do it for official business only. So let's look at this. March 17th at 1:57 p.m. Why was Alteria Woods' personal information looked up? They wanted to know who Alteria was. The car was outside. When do we hold them accountable for these illegal David searches that have been doing to people like me, Miss Scott, and the rest of the true leaders that actually care for the community of Gifford? And I won't say the deputy's name, but I will say he accidentally killed someone else recently. And it will be sent to the media. We heard AJ was also a coward because Miss Alteria was pregnant. Medical examiner's report can confirm she was not 1 hour pregnant. Now, for the biggest travesty of justice, how your sheriff, not my sheriff, has lied to the people with a number of shots. I think the sheriff uses different math than us. Because if you recall, Dr. Till's wife was killed by a single shot. Alteria Woods, killed by a single shot. Now I got a couple degrees, that means one. I think we can all agree on that. There's one thing our sheriff was correct about. It was a single shot. Let me break it down for you. a single shot to Alteria's chest by the SWAT team members of the Indian River County Sheriff's Office. A single gunshot wound to the head of Alteria Woods from the SWAT team members of the Indian River County Sheriff's Department. A single shot to her right shoulder from the SWAT team members of the Indian River County Sheriff's Department. A single shot to the right upper leg of Alteria Woods from the SWAT team members of the Indian River County Sheriff's Department. I hate to be this specific, but you know what? Johns Island needs to hear this. The rest of Indian River County needs to hear this. Now that's excessive in itself. I'm only halfway through. A single shot to the right thigh of Alteria Woods by the SWAT team members of the Indian River County Sheriff's Office. A single shot to the right lower leg from SWAT team members of the Indian River County Sheriff's Department. A single shot to the left upper leg from SWAT team members of the Indian River County Sheriff's Department. A single shot in the mid-thigh of Alteria Woods from SWAT team members of the Indian River County Sheriff's Department. Lastly, a single shot to the left lower leg of Miss Alteria Woods by the SWAT team members of the Indian River County Sheriff's Department. How many times did I say Andrew Coffey shot Alteria? Not one. Deputy Kelsey Zork, who originally was the deputy that they were going after AJ, you don't hear about her anymore, do you? You know why? She didn't want to testify without a lawyer being present. Not just her. Multiple law enforcement officers that were a part of this SWAT raid gone wrong didn't want to speak to their own investigators unless they were lawyered up. Let that sink into you. Because they know something bad took place that morning. They immediately charged Andrew Coffey IV for Deputy Zork, and then it was dropped. Drug charges dropped. And this is who we put our faith in. This state attorney's office. The same state attorney's office that did not ask another judicial circuit to investigate this. We use St. Lucie County prosecutors, the same part of our 19th judicial circuit, to investigate this. Why? A couple other things, and I'll leave questions. Florida Department of Law Enforcement, from day one, should have investigated this. Let's talk about policy for a second. Your Vero Beach Police Department has an FDLE policy put in place. All police-involved shootings will go directly to FDLE. Sebastian Police Department, all police-involved shootings will go to FDLE. Why is it that the Indian River County Sheriff's Office, time after time, when these media folks ask, will FDLE investigate this? The sheriff says, no. Want to look at it. Because there's no transparency at all. The sheriff wants this to stay and remain silent. This is AJ's mother, who the media has already found guilty, not their fault, but by the sheriff's department. As you can see, this is what it looks like. The mother of Andrew Coffey IV and the mother of Alteria Woods. Because we know who is really to blame in this murder. Call it what it is. And that is your Indian River County Sheriff's Department, where all those deputies back to business as usual. I want to close on a positive note. This is positivity, but my question is, where's the rest of the pillars of Gifford? Where's all the community leaders of Indian River County? Why hasn't either one of these moms been reached out to? Because we're a good old boy network, and everyone knows everyone. That's just, we brought in St. Lucie County. That's a joke. It's like internal affairs for a sheriff's department. The police themselves does not and cannot work. This is what we're going to be working on. sit-in next month. We're working to change the name of the street that Alteria Woods was murdered on. And there shall be no resistance. If any one of these leaders will resist me, I'll be right there in the face as she was. She was a victim, by all accounts. There will be a foundation in the name of Alteria Woods. I want from this day forward the real narrative of what took place on March 19th. The media will have copies. I can tell you definitively, based on pictures and their evidence, unless Andrew Coffey IV was either doing moves from the Matrix, it was humanly impossible for him to have ever used Alteria as a shield. Period. Now, since the real story is out, it's time that we rally behind two families as we push for justice for Alteria Woods and as we get justice and freedom for Andrew Coffey IV.
That's right.
At this time, if there's any questions for the media, the attorney for the Woods family is present. If there's some I can't answer, is there any questions from the media?
Yes, and can we have the attorney come?
Yes, 1 second, please. Mr. Allen. Would you mind, because they have a microphone at the podium?
So the question, so you are here representing Gualtieri Woods?
I am.
Okay. Since you are representing her, there is an attorney, does that mean a lawsuit has been filed?
No, it is not. There's certain procedures that you go through when you bring an action against the county or the sheriff. And we're in the process of doing that. Investigating right now. The letters that the statutes require us to send will be going out in the next week or so, and then the state of Florida and the county has 6 months to decide. And at that time, if they have not decided to do the right thing,
Okay, so there's a lot of procedures that need to take place before an actual lawsuit is filed.
Yeah.
So what exactly, when you were talking about paperwork being submitted within the next few days or weeks, what exactly is that?
It's a letter that puts the sheriff officially on notice that we intend to bring an action. There are certain things that you have to put in the letter, it's in the statute, that the person's name, their age, that sort of thing. So that will go out.
And if certain what actions would need to be taken or not taken for a lawsuit to then be filed?
For them to be filed?
Yes.
We'll then file an action in the Southern District of Florida, against the sheriff, against the deputy, Micheal Marsh, and possibly others.
And you mentioned that you're hoping that the sheriff does the right thing so you don't have to file that lawsuit. What exactly would that entail?
This young lady was killed in a raid that makes no sense. They knew that there were civilians in the house. They claimed that Mr. Coffey III was dangerous. They knew he had a gun. They came out with the SWAT team full of regalia. And yet, they knew there were people there. They expected a fight. That doesn't make sense to me. I'm going to find out why they did that. Because it defies all logic. And they needlessly put Alteria in danger. It endangers the entire community with that kind of an attitude. No matter what, we'll go get our man. They don't care who gets hurt. And that seems to be the attitude. We're going to find out exactly the rationale.
And you just mentioned you're trying to figure those things out, but do you feel like at this point you do have enough of that evidence to be able to hold up and be able to keep pushing this further and further? Is there anything else that you feel like the public needs to know at this point and where the case is, where you're moving forward?
The thing the public needs to be aware of, the things Mr. Marsh talked about, he and I have similar goals. His is more of an activist, because he wants transparency, he wants body cameras. I want justice for Alteria, mom, dad. It's a senseless tragedy. Yeah, it should not have happened.
How do you see the sheriff, or like the comments the morning after the morning this happened, impact the way people view this case? And there's a lot of talk they were already convicted before this movement forward. The sheriff said a single shot. I believe the autopsy says 10. But what does that do to an investigation?
Well, I don't know why the sheriff made the comments he did, but I'll ask him.
Mr. Allen, I was in the house the morning it happened. They did not identify themselves because I woke Alteria and AJ up and the grandmother up. They did not identify themselves, and I had a diabetic attack which caused me to wake up to try to put food in my mouth. And these people, when they went to shooting, they went to shooting. And it was impossible for him to use him as a shield. It was impossible for that to happen.
Is that one of the main things that you're hoping to figure out, the human shield theory? Or do you feel like that the evidence poses that?
We just got 6.5 gigs worth of evidence on Monday, so we're going through it right now. From what I've seen, I have some problems accepting the human shield theory. Which again, what I've seen right now doesn't quite make sense.
Were you able?
We'll be asking some folks under oath about that.
Yeah, were you able to see the bed mattress that they took away?
I was.
You were able to see it? Were there bullet holes? Can you disclose that?
Yeah.
So that ruled out the human shield. That pretty much ruled out the human shield theory.
Once again, it's very difficult for me at this point in time to accept that. But we'll investigate.
I have a two-part question. A random raid and also support at the same time.
Once again, we're looking at that.
I have a two-part question, Ebony News. From the records, the Florida statute, chapter 119. What was that? Monday, the 20th of March at 9:53. It is paperwork to show a actual search warrant was filed through court. So did they actually they had two search warrants, one on the 19th and then one officially submitted on the 20th? That's public record.
And I believe that is correct. But once again, I have not looked at that specifically. I know there was an arrest warrant for the 19th. I believe there was a search warrant also, but I'm not certain.
Now I have one other question. Are you the attorney for for Derek Washington also?
I am. Richard Lee Allen.
You spell, how do you spell Allen, sir?
A-L-L-E-N.
Richard Ray Allen Jr. Lee Allen Jr.
Are you going to make the discovery that you've been available public?
I will. I've sent some of them already.
I have a question, sir. My name is Mario Wilcox. I'm a community activist out of St. Lucie County. Also, prior service military who is trained through the military for force protection. Did the Sheriff Department turn over any sort of procedures in use of force protection and or hostage negotiation?
We've asked for those and expect to receive them soon.
Okay, my other comment on that is, it's based off of what Sheriff Lord stated, the account what happened. And I want to see if you saw the same thing. Where was he, if they knew civilians, obviously they knew Miss Alteria Woods was in the house, amongst others. So would it be, is it troubling to you that there was no negotiation, no hostage negotiation, no negotiator even present before they even entered the premises? Or there was no, what we call in the military, risk management? Because we always assess the risk before we move in. And we also look at the collateral damage. If there's civilians, people around and everything, do they even remotely submit any of that information to you?
I haven't seen anything at all like that there was any consideration of civilians, other than I've seen they knew there were people in the house that weren't prepared to go down.
So basically they had carnal knowledge that other people was in the house, but they failed to follow any sort of logic procedures.
So far, that's what it appears to be.
Thank you, sir. That answers my question.
I got a question. When they took Andrew Coffey III out, and I believe there was another young lady, Miss Caitlin Brown, they went back in and took her out also. So the door, the premises was open, and I believe AJ and Alteria's room was like 4 steps away from that door. Did they attempt to go in because the door was open, or why did they go around and break the windows and when the door was open and they were 4 steps away from?
We'll know more about exactly how that happened once we have a chance to take the depositions. There were statements taken by the state attorney and some of the other investigators, but they didn't ask questions that I might have asked or in a way that I might have asked them, so we need to find that out. There was an intent to go in the house, and they eventually did.
Now I know this may not be a question for you, sir, but Mr. Marsh was telling us today and kind of making a statement as well, having both of the moms here today. I wasn't sure if either of you just wanted to say anything just about that you are here collaboratively together, or just, you know, you being here together speaks for itself.
Can you focus that camera on them for a while? I'll take some shots.
I'm right in the house.
Is the mother of Andrew Coffey here present? Andrew Coffey III. Oh, so it's 3 mothers.
Yes.
Okay. You all working together?
Just to confirm, she was shot out. They're ready to get it.
You talked a bit about what people testified in the grand jury. How do you know?
I have all the discovery, and I'll be forwarding that to all the media.
In the discovery, I think grand jury was a TV in the discovery, or are you relying on statements from before?
There's transcripts that the grand jury prosecutors, as far as taking they took that testimony. So I have all the transcripts of every law enforcement, probably just shy of 16 of them, that testified.
Just to clarify, that was testimony taken prior to the grand jury.
Okay, I was just trying to...
But used for the grand jury.
Yeah, great.
Is there a report where you know how many of one weapon or that will come out eventually? I believe I know.
Before we leave, the last goal we want to see is this out of the hands of the Indian River County Sheriff's Department. We will move forward. We will stop first at Florida Department of Law Enforcement, and we're going to keep going up, and away. The Department of Justice, all the way to the FBI. Because we have civil rights and constitutional rights that are constantly being violated here in this county. This is not just justice for Alteria, it's justice for Andrew, but for the many others. Derek Washington, the other 15 plaintiffs currently that are suing the Indian River County Sheriff's Department. We want to set a new precedent here. You don't want body cams, you will get lawsuits. We thank you all for coming, and we're going to continue to push for justice for Alteria Woods, freedom for Andrew Coffey, because there shall not be no justice, no peace.
Amen. Amen.
We're going to Club Mosley's after this. What's your address there, Wanda Scott? We're going to have a fish fry, but on all seriousness, one thing I didn't mention, Andrew Coffey IV now has a new attorney, a real attorney. Yes. Not one from the good old boy system. Yes. Ms. White will be representing Andrew Coffey. All proceeds today from Club Mosley's will go to keep paying for the attorney, because that's what AJ needs. He ain't getting justice from his public defender's office. Yes. So we're going to Club Mosley's. What's your address, Wanda?
4306 26th Avenue.
4306 26th Avenue. You might even see Wanda shake a little something. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you.
Okay, Mike. Still running. Let me show
I'll see y'all later, and as always, I am you.
Hey, Charlotte County. This is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I found that I had to make a change this ending on my videos, letting you know about the channel and fair use laws, you know, how we can report on other people's reporting and how it's good, how it's bad, etc. But you guys can look it up yourself. It is legal. It's in there. But like I've told you before, that I've been cut off from making money on YouTube for 4 years. It's really weird, bizarre, but they cut the money off, but they said you can keep the channel, and now YouTube makes all the money. And if you get bored, plug it into Social Blade website, and you'll see that they are making a huge amount off the site. Right now it's at 63 million views, 53,000 subscribers, almost 3 million views a month. You know, trying to wake people up, and I make nothing. In fact, I got a customer that's ex-congressman. He said if I could ever find a lawyer, sue YouTube on it. But because this is nuts, 4 hours a day, and to save America. You know, but at the same time, it's worth it. Look at what our founding fathers did. They died for this country. So, but getting back to the money part, this is why I'm redoing the video. Is my dream of everyone giving $1, and it's going to be $53,000 a year, or if they did Patreon, which you know, can be monthly. That is not working. That'd be great if it did. Nothing is perfect. And I appreciate the people that do donate, you know, what they can on PayPal. And there again, I'm letting you guys know that is not much. Is, you know, monthly is, oh my god. So anyways, yes, you cannot live on it. It's very, very, very low amount. But the dollar things, I do appreciate that. But when I first said everybody give $1, that's not working. I'm just letting you guys know it's, yeah, that dream. Everybody gives $1. 53,000 subscribers, it's not working. So, yes, if you can give more than that, you know, I appreciate it. Like I said, you know, I'm in a unique situation where, you know, we're already debt free, and I'm not rich, but with the little business that we have, I am able to do what I am able to do 45 hours a day, you know, letting you guys know what's going on. In 4 years, I've did the whole thing myself. 12,000 videos on there. I literally get emails where people are like, holy crap, I never knew it was this bad. And it is this bad, and it's getting worse every day because we have the internet, we have cell phones, we have cameras everywhere now, and it's just disgusting what's going on. And then, as you guys know too, now we got Trump, we got Jeff Sessions doing a war on drugs, and now he wants to go after the forfeiture laws again. It's just unfreaking real. So if you can give more than that dream of everybody giving $1, yeah, that old video, that's not working. They're not, they're just not. So anyways, if you can give more than that dream is not working. Hardly anybody is giving. There you go. So that's why I'm remaking the video. If you can give more than that, that would be great. And there again, like I said, the Patreon's there. There is some people on there that are starting to give, but there again, it's very, very low. And like I said, I don't want to get rich off of that. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing because, you know, it's still so stinking corrupt. It's not even funny. My court case that I'm going to be paying out of my pocket myself with Charlotte County's coming up. They illegally looked me up and then posted all my information on LEOAFFAIRS website. They basically doxed me, however you want to say that. I forget what the word is, and they outed me, man. And that information on that site went out to 500 sheriffs, deputies, people that work at the jail, etc., etc., etc. So, yeah, it is very, very scary, but we're going to do a federal case, 1983 case, violating freedom of speech. We have 17 cameras in the house now. We got 2 cameras in the car. I always carry a camera plus a cell phone. A lot of people are highly recommending I get a vest now. If I could, if the wife would let me, I would run for sheriff. We are trying to push the thing nationwide right now, where just to mix it up and to get the topics out there is register to run for sheriff, NPA, no party affiliation, as a write-in, and that is completely free, and you can participate in the elections. And there's a lot of stuff. We got a guy, James McLinnis in Pinellas County, Tampa, who almost won. He experienced the corruption himself. The story is unbelievable. Look him up. It's mind-blowing what they did. It pissed him off. He is very, very smart. He has way more money than I did. He ran for sheriff at the last 3 months last year in 2016 and almost won. He got all of the black vote. And the reason why he did that is because he ran on, I will not bust, we're in Florida, I will not bust anybody for weed anymore unless it's an ungodly huge amount, like pounds. And then he also ran on no more victimless crimes, no more of this freaking road pirate bull crap. And then he was going to cut the budget by 30%. And when you think about that, you can. If you stop the road pirates, you can get rid of a bunch of people. Gone. So, the wife has been saying, yes, I can, yes, I can't. So I don't know. We're trying to find somebody that can do it because I am busy doing this anyways. But, so I'm making a video, like I said, that $1 a month from everybody, you know, for 53,000 subscribers, that is not working. I'm just letting you guys know. Absolutely give way more than $1 a month. If you can, I appreciate anything. By the way, remember too, when you give that, PayPal takes like freaking 15 to 20%, so it's even worse than that. But, and there again, like I'm letting you guys know, it's way, what I get is very, very low. Appreciate it, but it is very, very low. Can't live on it. I'm just, you know, I'm working, and that's what I'm working on. And that court case is going to cost a buttload of money. That's federal court. Just the filing fees and the depositions that we're going to be doing with this corrupt cop. So there's another reason to give. We are going to be doing a deposition with this very corrupt. He was in a drug squad. He is a bad guy. He's on steroids. We heard steroids are rampant here. That's why their attitude is so bad. And we are going to get him on video, and it will be on YouTube. So that case alone is $5,000 just to bring it to court, and that's my money out of my pocket. So there's another reason to give, and give way more than $1 if you can. So keep that in mind. This is the new video, and I see, God, I talk a lot. It's already 7 minutes, but had to make it just to let you know that $1 a month from everybody is not working. They're not doing it. So if you can give more than that, please. So thanks. Keep it up. Share, like, subscribe, tell your friends, send me your videos on corruption, and I'll post it.